Next series is another anime, shonen, that I have quite a bit to say about. Rurouni Kenshin. It's a sword fighting series, also adapted from a manga. It's pretty amazing. As far as this release though, this is season 2. There's a season 1 that I don't have. But this season 2, this purple box set I have, this is what it contains. A spindle thing like this. So every time you want to get to a disc, you gotta take them out like this, which in itself is annoying and a lot of people complain about. For me though, that's only the beginning of the problem. The quality of these DVDs, getting this brand new, was so horrible that I could only put this in my DVD player one time and have it play like anything. This disc contains a few episodes where the main character Kenshin confronts this guy Saito, which was really the reason I bought the series, to see the fight between these two, because it's like my favorite fight of all time. Once I got to that episode, the disc just stopped playing. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty messed up. So I tried the next disc, wouldn't read. Tried this one, wouldn't read. Tried this one, wouldn't read. This one, wouldn't read, wouldn't read, wouldn't read, wouldn't read. And this is actually the same disc as this one, because I bought another copy of this. Exact same problem happened. None of these discs worked. None. I don't know what it is. Like, if it's this spindle thing, like if pulling them out of this makes it absolutely unplayable in my DVD player. I haven't tried it in my Blu-ray player, though I doubt that would make any difference. I might try buying the series one more time, but as of now, this is all junk. As are these two sets, like the same exact problem. It just won't play. I don't know why, but that's how it goes. Because I enjoyed the series so much, I decided to take an alternative approach and buy individual used box sets of the season, each containing about 4 episodes, and for the most part, these work. Sometimes they give me little flaws, but like this, I could finally see the fight between Kenshin and Saito, which is still as good as I remember it. One thing that irked me was I got this off Amazon after getting this, or getting it here, and the disc wouldn't work. I bought another used one off Amazon, and it came with this instead. Like one of the very first discs of the season 1. So, you know, it's cool to have, I guess, but just Amazon. As far as the rest of the series, I kind of only watch every now and then because I'm missing parts, because I get them and then they don't work. So I don't know where... Yeah, ultimately, I don't know what to say about the series. I like it, I recommend it, yet I don't know. A lot of people don't seem to have the problem I do with this, so I would recommend getting these purple box seasons, but for me it just can't be that easy, I guess. A movie released, which I don't have a copy of, but other than the movie were some OVAs, which I do have the good ones in my opinion. There are some other ones that I don't have because instead of the actual series following the manga, they tried to include like 30, maybe not 30, but like 10, at least 10 volumes of manga into like an hour worth of animation, which does not work. As for these two OVAs, Trust and Betrayal, they are just phenomenal. I would go so far as to say they're even better than the series. It takes a look at the hero Kenshin's dark past. The animation is stunning. Sometimes they even use live action shots, which is obvious when they do it, and it's pretty awkward, like why did they just do that? Other than that, the fight scenes are brutal. The overall atmosphere is just pretty depressing, which I enjoy, I guess. This is part 1 and 2, I think this is part 3 and 4, I think that's how it goes technically. The OVA Dragon Ball series, this actually takes place during the series, and it wasn't shown because it wasn't necessary in order to progress the storyline, but it isn't an essential part of the series, so they just released it as OVAs. These two are just well worth owning. I mean, even if you don't know the rest of the series, because they are just absolutely exquisite. One thing though, the voice acting in the English is notably horrible. Like, a lot of anime fans often complain about English dubs ruining things, and you will not hear me complain about English dubs that often, but this is an exception. The English dub is pretty detrimental to this, so turn on the Japanese and turn on subtitles, and it'll be a much greater experience. Another Funimation series, although this isn't nearly as popular, Kenichi, the Mightiest Disciple. It's about this kid, Kenichi, who's a disciple of, I think, 6 different martial arts and martial arts masters, such as Akisame, Sakaki, Hayate, Apachai, Kensei, Shigure. Have their own style of martial arts. Like, this guy has, I think, judo, he's got karate, he's got some ancient powerful thing that doesn't exist. He's got Muay Thai, he's got Kempo, and she's got weapons. They all teach him because he's, you know, just your normal nerd who gets picked on. The series, it's actually quite awesome. For the longest time, I didn't think I would get into it because it's not a Shonen Jump or Viz release. There isn't even a manga for this in America, which is heavily disappointing. But the series it's pretty good. I mean, there are some points where I'm like, I didn't care for that, but for the most part, Season 1 is pretty good. Season 2 picks up even more with the introduction of this other force known as Ragnarok. They're this entire army of kids Kenichi's age who he pretty much has to fight one by one. Like a lot of other animes, you think, how is this kid gonna stand a chance against all these enemies? But they make it work. This is a really good series. The only thing is that it's not supposed to end at Season 2. I mean, the manga keeps going on and on. It's way longer than this, but this ends right after Kenichi defeats Ragnarok, and that's not where the series is supposed to end. It's not satisfying in the slightest. Like, there should be more. There are OVAs and I think movies, but the series has to continue in my opinion. It's a tragedy that this is the best ending it gets.